Good morning. Bad voice and all. We're going to do a couple of videos on the editor VI. The purpose of this video is to give you an alternative to Pico that will help you be more productive. So I will first go over the um, the material on the website. If you go to assignments or homeworks, you will see um, a link to the VI editor. We're going to talk about it. First, I want you to picture in your mind Pico and how Pico works. As you know, when you go into Pico, you just start typing and everything that you type goes in to the file. If you want to do something special, like look for something, or go to the end of a line or delete a line, then you must issue a command. In Pico, commands are preceded by the control key. Now in VI, things are opposite. When you first go in to VI, you're not in input mode. Instead, you're in what's called command mode. And the thing that's bewildering about Pico, which should be made simple, is that almost every keystroke on the keyboard is interpreted as a command. Fortunately, the commands are neatly grouped, so we will see what the keys are. So the question becomes, how does VI look like Pico? Well, it looks like Pico if you ever get into input mode. So let's just do that first. Let's just have an example where we get into input mode. So let's just go into this file is called W. So if I start hitting the space bar, I'm moving around. If I hit enter, I go up and down lines. Uh, If I want to go back to the top of the file, I'll just do it the Pico way. Uh, but if I want to start typing something new, I've got to get into input mode, and that's done very simply. There's about 10 ways of doing it, but the most common is just the lowercase I puts you in input mode. I am in input mode. To get out of input mode, you have to hit a special character. And the character that you hit is the escape key. On some machines, you may hear a beep when you hit the escape key. So I generally have a habit of hitting the escape key 2 times to be sure. And how do you know that that you are out of input mode? If you hit the space bar, what happens? Okay? If I hit the space bar, I'm moving, I'm not changing anything. Now, first lesson almost over. How do we get out of VI? Okay, remember in Pico, how do you get out? You say Control X, that's one way. That's the only way you can get out in Pico. In VI, there's several ways to get out. You can get out without saving any changes. You can get out and save changes. So let's get out and save changes. To do that, you must issue a command. And these are special commands that are related to files. These file commands are preceded with a colon. So if I hit colon, you will see at the bottom of the screen that you are waiting, the VI is waiting for you to enter a command. So let's enter the command. Let's try 3 things. Let's just say quit. Quit means I just opened the file, didn't really want to make any changes, I just want to get back out. And it will say, well, before you quit, it reminds you that you've made some changes. What if I want to ignore the changes? Notice that it says Q exclamation point overrides that. So we say Q exclamation point and we get out of the file. Now let's go back into the file and see if changes were made. So if we go back in, changes were not made. So the other way to get out of the file is Control lowercase x. VI, like Unix, is case sensitive. So as we're going to see in a moment, a command with a lowercase a and a command uppercase a have different, they have the related meanings but different. Control X is very dangerous if you type in a capital X because it will encode the file in such a way that you may never recover it again. So when it's time to exit, be double sure that you say Control X. All right. And with that, we're going to end the first video.